Edel Assanti is pleased to present Each Place Its Own Mind, an exhibition that participates in an ongoing collective reimagining of our relationship with the living world, rooted in revelations from indigenous knowledge, ecological research, literature, science, and artistic experimentation. Bringing together 9 interdisciplinary artists, the exhibition comprises historic works alongside new commissions spanning drawing, painting, sculpture, photography, installation, and film. The idea of human exceptionalism that distinguishes culture from nature is the intellectual foundation of the Enlightenment and present-day Western civilization. It is by this point well understood that the cost of severing our profound bond to the living world, a process that may have progressively unfolded over hundreds, if not thousands of years, was that the more than human world, together with its social representations, lost its meaning. In theorists Theodor Adorno and Max Horkheimer's words, Enlightenment's program was the disenchantment of the world. It wanted to dispel myths, to overthrow fantasy with knowledge. The disenchantment of the world means the extirpation of animism. Each Place Its Own Mind borrows its title from ecologist David Abram's 1996 book, The Spell of the Sensuous, which traces the ways the human mind came to renounce its sensory bearings in the natural world, visualizing a myriad of lost faculties that link the inner psychological world and the perceptual terrain that surrounds us.
So here it feels like even the pigs are painted in this bright explosive green. And I think in the patterning of their fur is the memory of that explosion, because it illustrated this really strange position that we found ourselves in regards to our relationship to non-humans, the binary of natural and artificial, and what the world looks like after disaster.
Abram suggests that civilization began isolating itself from the breathing earth with the advent of phonetic formal writing systems. Taking inspiration from this theory, the exhibition's point of departure is a sequence of late Argentinian artist Mirtha Dermisache's asemic writing works in the 1970s, undecodable sequences of semi-pictorial lines untethered to representation. Emblematic of the exhibition's overall rhythm, each of Dermisache's expressive works represent attempts to grasp an imagined new language, in recognition, in her own words, that it's not important what happens on a sheet of paper, the important thing is what happens within us. The exhibition continues with Anna Hulačova's concrete busts, harbouring honeycomb interiors constructed by bees within each sculpture during swarming season. Embodying the ancient interconnection between our two species, they evoke a hybrid organism while symbolising the permeable nature of body and consciousness. Bronwyn Katz's sculpture is made of iron ore, rose quartz, and jasper. Katz presents the stones as ancestors, in a constellation-like arrangement, further underscoring the interconnectedness of all things, inviting reflection on the cycle of giving and receiving that sustains both the land and its inhabitants. The optical formations of Aboriginal artist Yukultji Napangati's paintings mirror natural phenomena, linking Pintupi ancestral narratives and dreamings to the landforms of her country. Marguerite Humeau's sculpture The Brewer sits in the centre of the room, a symbolically charged totem that adopts a dynamic spinning top form drawn from the envisaged distant future. It harbours prized elements and products of the natural world, including honey, venom, yeast and termite cultures, as though it were a time capsule offering the key to ecological regeneration. Noémie Goudal's photographic installation visualises a theoretical layer of space that could exist within a real geographical site, a sense of place that cannot necessarily be seen or felt, may be thought to exist in theoretical or ethereal forms. The video sculpture by Emmanuel van der Auwera returns to the theme of the unknowable trajectory of emergent technologies. Through a series of filters, we observe a semi-holographic film divided into 2 interconnected segments, a glitchy, AI-generated video of flocks of birds flying over a lake is interspersed with highly realistic avatars reciting authentic testimonies of people who fell in love with AI chatbots. This imagery is overlaid with the voice of Karen AI, a digital girlfriend bot narrating conversations that touch on the complexities of parasocial relationships and digital loneliness. Skye Hopinka's film Fainting Spells explores the intimate relationship between people, spiritual practice, and place, nurtured by the Ho-Chunk Nation through a mythical narrative about an Indian pipe plant. The exhibition offers windows onto distinct experiential perspectives, cultivating the notion that the objective reality of a particular place might not be quantifiable by scientific or philosophical reasoning. Instead, we may think of it as the sum of an interconnected web of experiences of people, animals, plants, microorganisms, rocks, rivers, organic and geological systems that coexist in that space.